Bitch, move!
You ain't moving, we're cruising.
Went right through that bad bitch. You ain't moving, we're cruising.
Lennon has the hiccup laughs.
You ain't moving, we're cruising.
You like that?
We're going squatching.
We're going squatching, bitches. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. I am Josh.
I'm London always.
And this is Don't Touch My Sasquatch. This week, we travel to the West Coast and discuss what is known and what we know as one of the most haunted places in America. This hotel was once a luxury ocean liner that traveled the seas for over 30 years before being retired and turned into a hotel. Visitors of this hotel claim that the spirits from the past still linger on the ship to this day. There are reports ranging from apparitions to physical interactions. Are the souls of the past trapped and still haunting the ship to this day? Does an evil entity occupy Stateroom B340 and like to torture whoever stays the night in that room? Well, sit back, relax, and put those tinfoil hats on as we dive into the haunted Queen Mary Hotel.
Ooh, spooky.
There, I knew you were going to say it.
Wondrous.
Have you heard of the Queen Mary Hotel before this week?
Yes. Yes, I have.
You have.
Mm-hmm. Just kidding. I'll elaborate.
That's it. We're done.
There's a channel on YouTube that I watch that they go to like different paranormal places, haunted places and whatnot.
What's the channel called? Do you know? Do you know what the channel you watch is?
It's the two guys. They used to be work for BuzzFeed. I don't think they're there anymore. BuzzFeed Paranormal, I think, is what they do it on.
I don't know that one. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. No. So they went to there the one time, and I think that was the first time I'd really like seen too much of it.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah. As I will talk about, Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Hunters.
One of my favorite shows.
They went there.
Yeah.
I actually didn't. I didn't see that episode.
I did, and screen timed out.
It's okay.
I did. Yeah, Ghost Hunters went there, so it's one of those places, you know.
I have not heard of it till this topic.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
What?
I didn't see it on Ghost Hunters, even though we both love the show.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anywhere, honestly. And it's one of the most haunted places, which is surprising that I didn't know that. Speaking of haunted.
Yeah.
The saga continues in my apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a dream. This one could just be legitimately a bad dream. But
Buckle up, folks. Here we go.
It had a feeling. So I fell asleep.
Okay.
And in my dream, I woke up in my bed. Exactly everything. Like the computer was rendering the YouTube video when I went to sleep. When I woke up in the dream.
That was a nice plug for our YouTube channel. Just kidding.
Anyways, when I woke up in the dream, the screensaver on the computer was still going.
Uh-huh.
I had this weird feeling that there was someone in the room.
Okay.
And it wasn't a friendly someone either. And I don't know what it was. I was on my side facing the wall, like I sleep sometimes.
Sure.
So I couldn't see anything behind me until I turned on my back.
Uh-huh.
And then the computer was going. And for some reason, I looked technically down towards my feet, but, it's looking out. You remember my apartment?
Yeah.
Where my bed is? There's like half a wall at the end of the bed.
Yep.
And then there's a hallway to the right.
Yes.
So I was looking down the wall and then the hallway to the right where the doorway is.
Yeah.
And there was a head poking around the corner with this creepy fucking smile just staring at me. And I tried to say, you're not welcome here. Get out. Uh-huh. But I couldn't speak. And all that came out was
oh, shit.
One of those.
Yeah.
I tried a couple times. The fear, it just kept amplifying. Yeah. And then I remember sitting up and trying to say it again, but nothing came out. And then that's the last thing I remember until I woke up in the morning. Now, again, it was a dream. It could legitimately been just a very bad dream with everything that's gone on in the apartment. I just felt weird. Because even when I woke up, I was like, something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did that wrong. Something just doesn't feel right.
Not right. Yeah. I mean, if you woke up and you got all those vivid memories of your screensaver going just like it would be the YouTube video rendering.
Well, I couldn't tell if the rendering, but yeah, the screensaver goes on the wall.
That's my point. Yeah.
And the ceiling, so I could see the lights rotating. And
spooky.
Like I said, it could have just been a bad dream.
So
I don't want to.
Just a big creepy smiling
That's
face.
the thing. I couldn't see the face. It looked like a human head.
Yeah.
So it looked like a person.
Sure.
It was facing me. I could see a fucking sinister smile.
Oof.
But it wasn't a solid looking thing.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I don't know how else to explain it. I could see the bookshelf, if you can picture my place, behind it. And it just felt off.
That's weird.
It didn't feel and I know it was a dream, but the whole sequence just felt completely real.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yesterday, not last night, yesterday I decided, F this. I bought a camera. And
did you?
I did buy a camera. It's supposed to be a pet camera, but it does the same thing.
Yeah.
And it has night vision on it. And I'm going to set it in the corner by where my TV is. If you can visualize.
I remember.
I know you guys. Where's my camera now? Little different setup. I forgot where my camera was. Well, it's not on his computer, but technically it's in the same spot. Camera? Anyways, it's in the corner of the room, which will be facing. I'll be able to see my bed and the doorway. And it's one of those mixed things. Like, that'd be great to put on the YouTube channel, but at the same time, I don't want anything to be in there because I probably will not be sleeping if Miss Mouthface is like laying on top of me again, or any of that gets captured. Well, I want to capture it, but I don't.
Wait the results.
Well, that comes tomorrow. That comes tomorrow.
Very excited. That's wild shit. How long ago did this happen to you during the week?
This was Thursday night. This was 2 days ago. This is Sunday for everyone that's listening. Today's Sunday. This happened Thursday night during the night. Don't know what time because I was dreaming. It was an actual dream, but it just felt so real, and the fear that I woke up felt
spooky.
Real.
Yeah, no. So, that's wild shit.
It's a little.
You always have the wild shit happening.
I don't. In the apartment. Yeah. Last year, though.
You always have the wild shit happen around you.
Yeah, but this is just the last year. Like, I've lived in this apartment 2.5 years.
Picked up in the last year, yeah.
And it was every, like 3 or 4 months. It was supposed to happen in December. Nothing happened. I was like, okay, it's all a figment of my imagination. We're good. Yeah. And then that happened. It just felt too real.
Yeah.
Even though it was a dream, it felt like I was actually awake.
Sure.
Again, dreams, you can do that. But anyways, that's my story. There's a side tangent.
Well,
thought I'd.
Good luck with that, and I can't wait to hear the results.
Or see them.
And see the results.
And then I'll be moving shortly after. Even though I'm trying my hardest to find a house to move into, I guess I'll be moving to a different apartment.
Well, the safest thing for you to do is to build a house, because then nobody's died in that residence before.
But has anybody died underneath it? Well,
that's another story. You're going to have to get LiDAR for that.
Well, the other issue is that, you got to find land, too. Yeah. So, and let's get into our topic today.
Sure. Well, on the topic of land, we're going to talk about the sea.
Yes. Wait, are we doing Lennon's History Corner or the new one?
We're going to have both.
Ooh, all right.
We're going to be in a little bit of all of it.
Good. Because I'm redoing the Lennon's History Corner on YouTube, so. I'll show you a little clip after we're done here.
Excited. There was once a time when ocean liners were the glamorous way to travel the ocean, a staple in all the wealthiest of wealthy's travel. You would purchase your ticket and load up all of your fanciest garb of trappings and ritzy monocles and board an ocean liner that was decked out to the nines. I don't have a mouse anymore.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. What is decked out to the nines?
Don't know.
Why does it... Side tangent. I'm sorry. I was really confused. Not confused. I was really curious. I know what it means. I just was curious why they called it decked out to the nines.
I don't know. I feel like I knew at one point.
I've never known.
Okay. Hence why you asked.
Exactly. Anyways, proceed. I just thought you might know.
No, I don't.
You wrote the words. I was like, hey.
I've heard it.
I'm just shaking my can around right now. Yeah, go ahead, speak.
Oh, they're going to do it.
I was trying to
get the bubbles. Some good bubble action. With a room and a price bracket for all classes, these ships were truly an incredible way to travel. The Titanic, one of the most famous of these glorious transportation vehicles, is a prime example of these marvels, but not nearly the only one. The ship we will be talking about today is the Queen Mary.
Mary Celeste?
Oh, yeah, yes. And we're done. Thank you, guys.
Go back.
I can't tell you how many times I wrote Mary Celeste when I was doing
Me
my
too.
notes. Okay. So
I thought that was just me. I was going to keep quiet.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. The Queen Mary has a rich history, no pun intended. And now, as her sailing the seas days has come to an end, nope. And now, as her days...
I always love you doing, nope.
And now, as her days sailing the seas have come to an end, she still has frequent guests, as the Queen Mary is now a hotel in her permanent home in Long Beach, California. You ever been there?
Not Long Beach. I've just been to LA.
Well, we're going to go by the end of the year and stay.
That's if the renovations are done and it's reopened.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was closed until I went to go book it, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
To book it.
Well, yeah, I wanted to see how much it was going to cost.
$4.99.
That's not bad.
No, for one night.
$4.99 for two, or like, would it be just the room?
Just for the room for one night.
Fuck, I would do that.
It'd be wild shit.
Well, I'll keep an eye out, see if they ever open up again.
Sure. So soon. They actually are now open for... I'll talk about it later. I actually wrote about it.
Oh, perfect. Well, I await your proposal.
Here's what we're going to do. So, if you would like to stay at the hotel, you'll be greeted with first-class service, beautiful rooms, great food, free Wi-Fi, and you may bump into some of the guests of the paranormal kind. The Queen Mary is said to be a paranormal hotbed. Many ghost hunting enthusiasts have visited and sought out the spirits, including the TAPS team from one of my favorite shows, Ghost Hunters. Probably cut all this out because we've already done all this. Said all this. But how did the ship originally...
He says,
But how did this ship, originally assembled in England, find its final home in Long Beach? And who or what are these spirits, and how do you find them?
You sound like you're doing my fucking intro. Who or what are these spirits? We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Well, yeah.
It sounds good. I just don't know where you're going with it, because I'm like...
I just feel weird if I just immediately jump into London's History Corner.
Why?
I did like a quick little intro.
I like it.
But I'll cut it all out.
Did I just screw it up?
No, you didn't. But as I'm reading through it, I'm like, this is the same thing he does. Why am I doing this? How did this ship originally... Whatever. Oh. London's History Corner.
Oh, Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to build a pyramid, paint some paintings, and start a revolution. Get ready for London's History Corner.
That was the one that time. Well, on April 3rd of 19... He's smiling before. On April 3rd of 1929, the Cunard Line Shipping Company, Cunard. I said it that way, and that's the way we're going with it the whole episode.
Cunard sounds good.
Cunard. Something like that, but that's what it is. Be prepared, folks. I went Vladimir Dracula on this.
That's okay.
And Vlad, you know what I'm saying.
I did. I was kind of hoping you'd have a lot of history, because I wasn't sure how many. I didn't realize I was going to have 3.5 pages of the accounts I did, so I was worried. So well, I'm glad.
I got to doing the research, and I'm like, this is fascinating as always. I do, and then I'm like, these people don't give a fuck about the renovations that were done post World War II, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so wild. Wow. So there's a vast, rich history, but let's get into it. On April 3rd of 1929, the Cunard Line Shipping Company of England was holding one of their annual meetings. At this meeting, plans were set in place to create a pair of new super ocean liners to replace the current Mauretania, Aquitania, and Berengaria.
One of those doesn't fit.
Really?
3 names again were Aquitania,
Berengaria,
and
Mauretania.
The B one didn't sound right. I didn't think you had area. Never mind.
Well, currently sailing the North Atlantic route. I keep going for a mouse. These new superliners were a response to competition from the other English lines as well as the German and French lines. On May 28th of 1930, it was announced that the John Brown and Company from Clydebank, Scotland, had been selected to build the new liner. And on December 1st of 1930, the first keel plate was laid on the ship known as Job Number 534.
Keel plate. What's that?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Do you know the answer and you're just asking me?
No, I think it's part of the hull.
Maybe it's the base of the outside of the hull?
I don't know, because you got to build the internal structure to build the hull around it.
That is true. So
You know,
maybe
start
it's
with the
the
hull.
base beam.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell.
Let's do a quick search. What's a keel plate?
Cheers, Mike.
What is a keel plate? Keel plate,
Yes.
which runs longitudinally from stern to stern of the ship and has slightly more thickness than the adjoining plates, as the ship sits on this area in the blocks during construction as well as in dry docks.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That makes, yep. All
It'll
right.
be inserted in the video.
Great. Incredible.
For you audio listeners, I hope you got that because I didn't.
Yeah, well, that's your notes I went back to.
Why'd you hey,
On accident.
get out of there?
You sly devil. Well, on December 11th of 1931, construction was stopped on the ship because the effects of the Great Depression were being felt across the Atlantic. Now, that's something I didn't really think too much about in my life, is that the Great Depression actually affected other countries as well.
Nope, just us.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of interesting. I was like, it's one thing I can honestly say I never devoted any thought to.
Yeah, I didn't think that either. I thought it was literally, I just thought of America.
Right, because that's what our system just teaches. Like, this is what it did to us. It doesn't really, we never really learned it.
It's a flaw.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
this time, at the time of the construction being halted,
Yeah.
ship was 80% complete.
Only?
Only.
Damn.
Well, in July of 1933,
Nope.
the ship was no. No. Nope. The ship was transferred to a newly constructed super dry dock
Ooh, why is it super dry?
because it's big.
I thought they put talcum powder on it.
Oh, you.
they just patted it on there like
Well,
you
it
do a
was
baby's
named
butt.
after King George V. At this time,
We're just gonna gloss past that, I guess.
we're just going to forget that one. Southampton was where the super dry dock was constructed, and the ship was moved there. It was known as King George V Graving Dock.
Graving.
Graving Dock.
It's a grave dock.
On April 3rd of 1934.
Oh, you are doing accents again.
To go on an accent route. April
Accent
3rd,
day.
1934. 28 days after construction ceased.
Oh, well, the year was 1934.
I don't know where that came from.
That was great. Sorry.
28 months after construction ceased, it resumed full bore. Back on September 26th of 1934, job number 534 is launched with a full ceremony by King George V and his wife, Queen Mary.
Oh, hence the name Queen Mary.
Well, maybe. Did you read any stories about the name?
I left that to you.
Perfect. Well, I was about to say it, but I didn't know if you knew it. It would have been kind of cool. Job number 534 was officially named the Queen Mary and was transferred to a nearby fitting basin.
Fitting
Basin.
Okay.
Legend says that King George V was approached by the Cunard Line with the intention of getting his blessing on their proposed name for the new ship. The supposed conversation went as follows. We've decided to name our new ship after England's greatest queen.
Okay.
Their intention being Queen Victoria, the king's grandmother.
Oh.
And the king replied with, "My wife will be delighted to know you are naming the ship after her." And thus Queen Mary was now the name of the ship.
Well, that's a little... I like it.
I like it, he says.
That's a loyal... I was trying to say I was a loyal man to his wife. I don't know much about King Henry, so I couldn't tell you if he was an ass or...
King Henry, yeah.
Uh-oh.
He was a hot minute back, but...
Hold on. Did I get the name wrong?
Yeah. This was King George.
George is what I
V.
meant.
Yeah.
It's close.
I don't know much about
George.
King Henry, but I'm sure he had something other than that to say.
I don't know much about King George, so
It's all good.
if he was a good guy or not, but at least he was loyal to his wife. That woman has a boat named after her.
Yeah.
It's the most haunted place in America.
Supposedly on
How did America get it?
that's a funky story. Wait till you find out who one of the owners was at one point.
Donald Trump.
No,
I'm just fucking with you.
almost as bad. Well, almost as out there, I should say. So another weird folkloric legend about about this ship was it said when it launched, supposedly a psychic from London, as it's a bad accent, from London had said that ship will be more. I can't remember the exact wording, but she said that the ship will be more famous after it is done sailing the seas, and there's no more paying passengers on her to travel on her.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think she knew something.
she might have known something.
She knew it was, well, a vortex of...
A vortex.
You know what? I'm going to save that little tidbit for later.
Oh,
Wink.
spoilers! In late
You
September.
said that so seductively. Ooh, spoilers, boys.
Ladies.
Oh, we don't really care. Ladies, gentlemen, squatches.
No, I care. I pick ladies. In late September of 19...
That's not what I meant, Lennon.
In late September of 1934 to early November of 1935, the ship was fitted with her boilers, engines, and other heavy machinery needed to operate the ship.
Good.
Yes. Now, are you ready? It is time for... Get your ticket and board your favorite ocean liner. It's shit facts about ship facts.
Oh, before you muted that, all I heard was... I was like, what? Mute! Cut it.
Oh, I forgot.
Our second segment.
Our
Segment.
second segment.
Our segment within a segment.
Our segment.
Technically.
That's like
It's Seg-ception.
Neither
You
of
got
us
what I was
think
trying
it.
to say.
It's exception. That's not right.
I love the new. Good job.
Thank you. Well, I like your new video segue transition video for it.
All right, let's stop sucking or kissing each other's asses and let's go. Just kidding.
We're happy and proud of each other.
Yeah, I do like that little after effect is the only thing.
Yes, I like that.
Before it, I was like, all right, this is all right, but then I added the after effect.
Oh,
and
I
was
like it.
All right,
It looks fucking awesome.
looks a lot better. Same with the intro. Check it out on YouTube.
Well, let's talk about some ship facts about ship facts.
5 fucking hours to make. Check the damn thing out now.
Please. Well, Queen Mary the ship, not the woman.
Good.
Weighed 80,774 gross registered tons.
She's a heavy woman.
Heavy
And a
woman.
lot of people have been inside her.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. The length overall of her hull is 1,019.4 feet. So she's about 1,000 foot long.
So she was 80,773 tons.
774.
So I'm going to give you a little funny thing into the future. When I'm talking about the boiler room,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the engines.
She got heavier.
They have 5 boilers.
Yeah.
And I wrote that they weighed 80,773 tons.
I believe you.
Oh, okay. I thought I told a mess up. And
I was about to write that she had 24 boilers.
I thought I fudged up and
Well,
the
80,773.
so no, I mean I thought I messed up and put the weight of the. I think I messed up and put the weight of the ship as the weight of the boilers. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not
boilers
80,000 tons.
Boilers don't weigh 80,000 tons.
That's what I was trying to say.
I got you. I thought you were saying you mentioned her weight in that segment.
No.
Oh, no. Sorry.
That's what I'm
Also-
saying. My note. I'm glad you wrote that because I would have read that totally wrong, and you'd been like, "How much?" So we're gonna strike that from the record.
Also, I have written that she has 24 boilers.
Well, she has 5 boiler rooms.
24 boiler. Okay.
I didn't write the list of boilers. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm going to do basic facts.
Yeah.
And my basic facts apparently were, well, I have an IQ of 4.
One of the 24 boilers weighs as much as the entire ship.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. Well,
It's a heavy boiler.
speaking of boilers, she had 24 Yarrow boilers.
Ooh.
You know what a Yarrow boiler is? Neither the fuck do I.
I stopped reading.
I'm an electrician.
I think it is
not a plumbing dude.
steam.
Well, I mean, it's a boiler.
Steam and oiler? You fucker.
The Houston Oilers.
You know what? I don't have much on the boilers because that was a long
Well, we'll
thing.
get to the boilers.
I was like, you're here for the ghost, not the fucking boilers. So that's good.
Some people like mechanical things and ships. She traveled at a speed of 28.5 knots.
Knots, yep.
I almost said nautical miles, but that's not what I meant to say.
That's all she traveled. Then she stopped, and she's done.
Done. Figure it out.
She said, no more.
No mas. 28.5 knots or 32.8 miles per hour. I think that's what MPH stands for. We still haven't figured that out.
My precious honey.
Oh! Oh!
It was like a disc from high school. Oh!
She had a capacity of 2,000.
You turn that off quick. She had a capacity. That was impressive, sir.
Thank you. She had a capacity of 2,140 passengers. She held 776 first cabin class. She could hold.
The tongue twister. It's okay.
She could hold 776 passengers in her first class cabins, 785 in the tourist cabins, and 579 in the third class tourist cabins.
Okay.
She was crewed
And mean.
and rude. She was crewed by 1,100 people to operate her. To get
1,100 people.
1,100. Let me guess. You had a different note.
No, I didn't write that. I left all
Perfect.
those notes to you.
Okay. Shit facts about shit facts. Back to the history. On May 27th.
Oh, push the button.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
God. Well, on May 27th of 1936, the Queen Mary embarked on her maiden voyage. The Queen Mary's maiden voyage was to New York City from Southampton Harbor, and it started out with a hitch.
Uh-oh. She had a hitch in her giddy up already, huh?
Her giddy up and go, got it up and left.
It said, I told you, 28.5 nautical miles. Okay? I'm done. No more.
No mas. Dense fog rolled into the areas and squashed any hopes of setting a speed record, but that wouldn't take too long for her to achieve.
No?
She broke a fuck ton of records. We'll get to that in a minute. The ship also demonstrated its tendency to roll severely.
I was trying to be quiet. I made a noise. Roll severely.
Yeah, that's staying in. So that was his mouth burping. It wasn't a fart.
God damn it.
The ship also demonstrated its tendency to roll severely.
Okay.
With the waves. Even being said that at her worst, you could walk down one of the corridors with one foot on the floor and the other foot on the wall.
That sounds like fun.
That's like fucking hell of a roll on that.
I mean,
bitch.
it sounds like fun and scary as hell.
Yeah, so modifications eventually had to be made to boost the railings on that son of a bitch.
You think? These railings are just not going to do. We need them over our heads.
I can touch the water, guys.
Splash. Splash. Splash.
I can touch the water.
I got you,
guys.
Lennon. Splash.
Oh, man.
Amen too.
But in due time, on June 1st, she arrived in New York City to large crowds of people and bands waiting to see her. Beauty of the seas.
She's a real beauty.
Oh, she's here. Got him.
What? Did they not see her coming? She's just like, yeah, Jim, you know, this is great. Oh, fuck, she's here. What was that noise? Did you just go?
I did. Ooh.
Play faster.
Sorry,
And she drifted into a park.
Sorry, everybody. And on August 19th of 1936, she embarked on her 6th round-trip voyage and won the Blue Riband, with a D apparently.
Blue Riband.
Riband is what it's spelled as.
Okay.
Riband, but it's ribbon, I think. For the fastest North Atlantic crossing, an award that would be contested between the Queen Mary and the French Normandy over the next couple of years.
Oh, they slapped
Went
that
back
blue
and
ribbon
forth.
on her tushy and they said, bam!
That's for you, you bad girl.
It's like a...
You fast girl.
Ooh. It's like a damn, like one of those county fairs that they judge the pigs on.
It's just,
It's you.
Imagine it's just like a normal human-sized ribbon, and they just place it on her stern.
There we go.
Oh, that'll stay. That'll stay.
It's going to do good. Oh, she's
Why
why
rolling.
is she on her side again? And where'd the ribbon go?
She's happy. She's rolling.
Yay.
So yeah, that ribbon went back and forth between her and the Normandy for the next couple of years. On August 30th of 1939, the Queen Mary would embark on her final voyage before the start of World War II.
Ugh. And then she saw some shit.
She saw some shit, and she did some shit.
Yeah, like plow through a damn ship. She just went, bam! Sorry, guys. I know you're part of our team, but I got to get out of
They
here.
call me the Katana.
Yeah, Jesus.
We'll get to it.
Anyway.
On March 21st of 1940, the Queen Mary left for Sydney, Australia, to be fitted into a troop transport ship, and her capacity was increased from 2,140 to 5,500.
Doubled.
She also became known during this time as the Grey Ghost.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, 'cause
Yar! I saw that.
Yar, I was there.
Turned into a pirate. It was a previous life. I'm sorry.
saw that.
Yar! I saw it.
Oh my god, I'm lightheaded. I saw that shit.
You could barely see her.
They painted her, blacked out the portholes and stuff. And
That was for the war.
Yes.
So it was undetected, right?
Yes.
Undetected, not undetective.
throwback to Philadelphia Experiment episode. They even added gaussing strips to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we degauss it.
Yes, good
Yeah.
job.
Now, unfortunately, there's no tags, guys. So we don't have that on YouTube.
Yeah.
As for audio, just go back. Just go back.
A couple episodes back.
Episode 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A while ago.
That's a hot minute ago.
Exactly 20 episodes ago.
God damn.
God damn.
God damn. Get yourself a deal.
Got yourself a goddamn deal.
So a number.
You did it again.
What?
I'm always impressed by that.
So with her capacity increased to 5,500, she actually doubled this number many times.
Yeah.
And so on May 11th, when she became the first.
No, you
She
said
doubled
double.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doubled this number on May 11th when she became the first ship to transport more than 10,000 people between troops and crew.
Okay.
So 10,000 from her 5,500. She doubled that shit.
They were in the pool.
Ooh, swimming around, just splashing, having a good time.
Absolutely.
We're off to die, but let's have fun now.
And now why are we sideways?
That pool probably never stayed filled.
They had,
Walls.
sorry, they had walls. They had diving boards on either side of the pool that they had to take off before its first journey, or before, I think it was his first journey.
Sure.
Because it was so,
Rolly.
that it was a hazard.
Really? Well, imagine you're jumping on a diving board.
Doing.
You jump
Yeah.
up,
Oh, where'd the water go?
the ship rolls, and you're...
On the wall.
Well, that, or I was thinking you land back down behind the diving board instead of in the water from it.
It'd
Because
be
the
left
ship
or
rolled.
right, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to shut up now.
Yeah, you proved me wrong. So the Queen Mary served the Allies... Oh, well, after other remodeling and changes were done to the ship, as I already said.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. The Queen Mary served the Allies well during the war, successfully becoming a transport ship. She was able to carry troops, prisoners of war, and even Winston Churchill many times. During the war, tragedy struck when the Grey Ghost, while sailing in a zigzag pattern to throw off the wolf packs. accidentally collided.
Woo! There you go. Sorry.
There it is.
I had to clear my throat for that.
Thank you.
My balls just rang. I was trying to get it out of my pocket, and then not my balls, the phone.
Incredible. She accidentally collided with one of her escort ships, basically cutting that ship in half.
But we didn't have time to stop, so we just kept going.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, you just hear... I don't want to do it on the door because of Brock, so you just heard banging on the hull.
The HMS Curaçao, thank you, was split in the middle, and due to the enemies nearby, they just left them behind.
Sorry, I did do a little research, so you didn't have to.
You're allowed to. But did you see how many of the crews reportedly survived?
I did not see that.
Out of the 338 crew of the Curaçao, supposedly only 99 survived.
Well,
that's like...
But where'd they... Someone else come pick them up?
Couldn't fucking tell you.
They just left them for the sharks.
Yeah, they did. They just split that.
Queen Mary said, woo!
Queen Mary said, bitch, move!
You ain't moving? We're cruising.
Went right through that bad bitch. You ain't moving? We're cruising.
Lennon has the hiccup laughs.
You ain't moving? We're cruising.
You like that?
On July 25th, she set the record.
On July 25th, she set a record for what?
For the greatest number of people on a
floating... Killed. That motherfucker took out 200.
She drove it through the land this time. Oh, fuck. Really? She set the greatest number of people on a floating vessel at 16,006. Got him! Right? It's incredible.
Only 3 times the capacity, right?
16,683 people. 15,740 were troops. 943 were crew.
Oh.
So at the end of the war, she was...
like a fucking cat. Sorry about that. Meow.
Let me just coo for the lost ones.
I can't coo. It's been a hot minute since I cooed.
It's been a hot minute. At the end of the war, she was slowly returned to the original fittings and colors. And in 1946, she completed 7 war bride voyages, transporting women and children to the U.S. and Canada. So following the war, a 10-month-long retrofit took place to restore the Queen Mary to civilian capabilities, to her civvies, and her original ocean liner Wonder.
Wonder, 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 wonder who?
Yeah.
Who wrote the book on love or of love? I don't know. I wasn't around that time.
I don't know either. So on July 31st...
July not.
On July not 31st of 1947, she embarked on her first post-war voyage. I just imagine that everyone's picking up like shells and guns and shit. Like, what's this do? Like, taken out.
Oopsies.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry.
A couple more ghosts to add to the stories.
Yeah, well, it was a 10-month retrofit. I doubt they left a gun around.
I tell you what.
So throughout the 50s, she would go on many voyages and transport many famous people and commodities, such as Walt Disney, Queen Elizabeth, and in 1961... a little old thing called 36 tons of gold.
36 tons of gold is a bit of gold.
That's a hot minute full of gold.
Hot minute full.
Yeah, you can be counting for a minute. In the 60s,
a bucket full.
That's a bucket. In the 60s, the ocean liners were slowly becoming replaced with...
cruise ships. As you would say, got 'em.
No. Air travel.
Me?
Yeah. Your answer.
Right. You got the...
With air travel.
Air travel.
But that's not to say she didn't continue sailing.
Oh, Susanna. I don't know. I don't know any songs. I'm sorry.
I don't know either. On February 25th of 1966, she embarked on a Mediterranean cruise. Ooh.
Brock wants to go.
New York to Las Palmas to Tangier to Paris to Naples to Cannes.
You know what? I don't want to make a map to all this.
Yeah, you don't have to. But Palma, Gibraltar, Libsyn, Madeira, New York. Back to New York. It was just a Mediterranean cruise.
A nice circle.
And in April of that year, Cunard announced that the ship was for sale. This was 1966.
Yes, this is when it stopped operation.
Yes. On On July 27th of 1967, the Queen Mary was purchased for $3.45 million
Nice.
by Long Island Beach, California.
Oh, okay. All right.
Apparently.
The whole
The town
the
can
whole
buy it.
place.
On October 31st of 1967, she departed Southampton for Long Beach on her final voyage. And on December 11th, she was removed from the British Registry. And after being dry docked at Long Beach Naval Yard for a stint, she was moved to Pier J in 1971, where she would soon open for tours.
Yes.
On November 2nd of 1972, 150 rooms were opened as a hotel aboard the ship. And in 1993, after changing hands a few times, even being owned by the Disney Corporation.
Really?
Yes. At one point, and shutting down, the Queen Mary officially reopened with tours, and 490 rooms and a banquet hall now open as well. The ship remains in Long Beach, California as the museum and hotel for guests to celebrate the ship's distinguished career as soon as the repairs are done.
So they are doing repairs right now?
Yes.
Because I know they were worried it was going to sink.
Well, yeah, the recent stuff that's been happening out there, the flooding and stuff.
Okay.
Not flooding. Whatever disasters they've been having going on there.
There's so many disasters.
They were worried it was going to,
Roll? Were they worried it was going to roll?
Oh, shit again.
Oh, this is like in my heyday.
Yeah.
Because she speaks, you know?
Well, we're going to fucking go visit someday.
Yes. I don't know if I'm on board with this year.
No, someday.
Someday soon.
Someday.
Now that I have
I've got a honeymoon I'm going on this year. I can't afford another trip.
So the camera that I bought for the room, this was the other thing I was going to bring up, forgot to. Sure. So when we actually go, like, let's say there's a haunted hotel near us where we go to stay. Yeah. I can actually set the damn camera up and have it recording as we sleep.
That, my brother donated his GoPro.
GoPros, yes. That's for the investigation. But, we're going to probably sleep, therefore, or out of the room.
I won't.
All right, let's go. We'll just cuddle. It was a joke.
All right. Well, so what?
Well,
that was the history of how we got from
the history is no
the
longer
first keel plate,
yes,
to final docking in Long Beach, California.
That's disgusting.
We went on a journey and we took a ride, as you say.
That was a history, and it's no longer a mystery. So, over the past 60 years...
Very good. Very good.
I've gotten my rhymes on today. Over the past 60 years, the Queen Mary has been the site of at least 49 reported deaths and has seen and been through its fair share of shit, tragedy, and horror.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I added shit. Sorry.
I like it.
It is said to have as many as 150 known spirits traveling its hallways. It is no surprise that the pained souls of the dead have decided to call this place home. Mm-hmm. Now, here's their stories.
Oh, tell me.
Now, we can't go through 150 stories. So we hit the main...
You guys got 7 hours.
We did an hour of fucking history here.
Sorry again.
It won't be quite an hour. But it's... We'll go through the main one. Yeah. So we're going to start with the swimming pool.
Okay.
So a little facts about the swimming pool. The Queen Mary had 2 swimming pools for guests to use back in the day. Mm-hmm. They had a 60 by 40 foot first-class swimming pool that was built over decks C and D. Mm-hmm. It featured a level at the top where guests could look over the pool. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm going to keep that. It's fine.
All right.
At one end... I'm not repeating. That was a good line. At one end of the pool is a staircase and also a slide.
They had a slide?
They did. I'm going to have a picture in the video.
Fucking badass.
It's like, I don't know where the water level was, but there's like a little slide. It was like a kiddie slide. It wasn't anything special.
But... shit. Well, you're talking about a balcony and then a slide. I'm like, here, this is a fucking awesome one.
You'll see in the photo.
All right.
The second class pool... The second class pool was a 35 by 20 foot pool. The design of the second class pool was similar to the first class, but a little bit simpler and no observation floor. It's second class, damn it.
It's just like the first one, but not as fucking cool.
That was the note it had. Like
the first class one has free ice cream.
It didn't have like a slide. It didn't have anything. It didn't even have a nice stairway in the background.
They didn't even put the hot lifeguards.
The hot box.
The hot lifeguards on that one.
No, why would you? It's second class.
Yeah.
It is also known as the tourist class pool prior to the World War II.
Fitting.
There's an extra "the" there. Prior to World War II, it was known as a tour class pool, and had multiple small rooms for changing and showers. Oh. I'm assuming the first class had the same thing. It had some changing rooms and showers, but what do I know?
Yeah, and hot lifeguards.
All the hot lifeguards.
Yeah.
The first class pool is now run down and closed to guests today for safety reasons. It doesn't have water in there. The second class pool no longer exists and is a public place. It's actually a museum.
They put a floor over it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah. It's like so southern.
Yep. They done did a pool and they put a goddamn flower on it.
Yeah.
January of 1952, she came to America.
That's cool.
Anyways, now we're going to go over some deaths and encounters
All right.
with the spirits from the dead. Many people have heard voices in the swimming pool area and had... For everybody that just saw me wink on camera, my contact fucked up. Sorry. I'm not winking at you guys. Many people hear voices in there.
Am
wink,
I
wink. Right? Yeah.
Alexandra the Dark.
So, let me rephrase that. Many people have heard voices in the swimming pool areas.
Sure.
We got there and have felt a presence.
Okay.
Often, the sound of people having fun in the pool are heard, but on investigation, there's no one around.
Oh.
Right?
It's just in there, just looking around. Marco! Polo!
Splash!
That was all I had.
Right, well, some people say they have seen footprints appearing, but with no feet making them. Mm-hmm. And there were a couple of deaths that happened in and near the first class pool. I got 3 written down.
No, I'm sorry to
Go ahead,
interrupt
yeah.
you.
No, don't be.
The first class one is the one that still exists?
It exists. It's drained. It's used on the tours.
And the second floor one is the one that has the floor over it.
That has the floor over it. It's the pool.
Thank you.
All right. Museum. It's a museum. All right. First one we're going to discuss is Jackie. Little Jackie. Okay. She was a young girl who supposedly drowned in the pool, not in the guests. She was swimming in the guests. Jesus Christ. I don't know where guests came from. She supposedly drowned in the pool.
Yeah.
Guests have reportedly heard a young girl giggling around the pool. And that probably way cuter. Yeah. And seeing wet child-sized footprints leading away from the pool. They also claim to see a little girl with a teddy bear.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why she has a teddy bear in the pool area.
I don't know, but it's fucking terrifying.
Well, she's a nice one, though.
This is my daddy.
This is my daddy. Why is she like
Russian?
I
don't know.
It is said, and this is something we're going to have to, when we go, because I'm confident we're going to go.
Sure.
I want to experience this. It is said she likes to play peekaboo up from the upstairs balcony. Mm. She will allow just a glimpse of herself and then quickly duck back behind the balcony. She will then appear in another part of the pool and continue this game. Mm. I want to play a game of peekaboo with a ghost girl. That sounded
really creepy.
Yeah, it was in a wholesome, like totally non-disgusting manner. All right,
I know exactly what you meant.
I think it'd be cool to do. You
That's think all, experiencing paranormal activity would be cool? Guess what? I agree too. Yes, that's what the whole point you were getting to.
Thank you. So,
yep.
There are times when people have walked through the pool area. I'm assuming not in the pool, that's empty, and have heard her calling for her mommy.
Okay.
Has she remained on the ship looking for her mom all these years? Like I read that and all I could think of was like, oh, she's been looking for her mother for how long?
Oh, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, let's bring it up a little bit. With all that being said, there's no official record of a young girl named Jackie ever drowning while on the Queen Mary. So take that as it will be. Okay. You could still see, if you see the ghost, it must have happened. Lady in black and white. There's no name on this one.
All right.
It is also said, and then it was said again.
Okay.
That a lady in her 50s or 60s drowned, and she is often seen by guests wearing black and white. There also is no official record of drowning happening. So why did you include that, Josh?
I don't know.
I don't know. So, Sarah.
Awesome.
That was a live thought in my head. An active thought
Got
right
a
there.
little bit clamped.
I was the little girl dead playing peekaboo got me. I don't like little kids dying.
No, it's sad.
Yeah. So Sarah is a young woman named Sarah, and she was murdered in the women's first-class changing room. People claim to see wet footprints mysteriously appearing in front of them, leading from the pool going back to the changing rooms.
Two guys like, that's Sarah's footprints. I know those feet.
I know, hey, whatever. Even though the pool has been closed for 30 decades. No, 3 decades.
30 decades.
It's a lot older than you think. They took the pool from somewhere else and then they placed it in the actual Queen Mary. People say they occasionally...
You said the word wrong.
People say they occasionally see an apparition of a woman in a vintage bathing suit around the pool and changing room, and they hear disembodied voices, laughter, and even splashing.
Mm.
So that is the pool area.
Oh.
Now we're getting to...
Splish splash, she was taking a bath.
on a Saturday night. Now we get to the boiler room, which is like my second... Yeah.
This is never going to go away now. That's the greatest thing ever. Oh, shit. The
boiler room. This is my second favorite story. I saved my favorite for, well, technically last two. Boiler room. So facts about the boiler room is this was one of 5 boiler rooms, as we talked about, that supplied steam for the ship's propulsion. They were about 45 feet below the water line, and they were not 80,773 tons worth of compact machinery that is laid out with the impressive skill that human ingenuity can construct. Not an inch was wasted.
Wow,
nice. I really worked on that line to make it sound good.
It was beautiful.
And now I have to write, it did not weigh that much, and then continue my story, because I don't know how much it weighed, so...
Sorry, I had to get that quick.
It was like you barked.
No, that was very eloquently, beautifully written.
I try to step my game up on this one. All right.
Well, it's fucking. You rose up a
guys. It's for you guys. So in the boiler room, among the numerous deaths, was that of a young seaman named John Henry. It is said he obtained a position on the Queen Mary by lying about his age. I did the London and lost my spot.
Scandalous.
Yeah. He would come to work in engine room 13.
Okay.
What happened to John then? Well, he was crushed to death while trying to flee a fire in the engine room. Now, it is engine room. Well, let me read this and then I'll go. And then I'll go. People claim to hear knocking and screams and see bright balls of light with tendrils of smoke coming from where the engine room 13 is. There are even reports of the door to engine room 13 being hot to the touch.
That's fucking wild.
Right?
So I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
To see.
Now, engine room 13 and hatch door 13, I tried my damnedest to see if they were the same door. Because the next story I talk about will be about hatch door 13. And it says there's 2 deaths there. I couldn't find the second one, but I kept finding John Henry's death in engine room 13 being crushed
by that door.
But it didn't. Yeah, I don't even know if it said door. It just said he was crushed.
How was he crushed by the door?
We'll get into the hatch 13, but this guy, it didn't have as much as I've researched.
You're talking about John Henry. Right?
John Henry right now.
Yeah.
I was looking. I was like, is that hatch door 13? Is that the second death or technically first death?
Sure.
You know, how did he die? What did he get crushed by? I can't find the details.
That's why I'm wondering how he got crushed by the door.
That I can't tell. I mean, if there's a fire, they're automatically emergency are closing the door automatically. I said automatically like 6 times.
But is that manual though?
Yeah. I don't have an answer to that.
That's what
we'll
I'm
get
wondering.
A little bit into it in a second.
Listeners, write in and tell us.
But
Give
I
us your
know
own shit facts.
you can, while it's closing, still jump through, and if you don't make it, you're fucked.
I have seen those in movies before.
As we will discuss in a second.
Okay.
But in boiler room number 3, there are accounts of a little girl with her doll wandering around. So now, is that Jackie wandering away from the pool area? Like, does she have a sentient? I think that's right. Where sentience where she
That's
can
the
like
correct
travel around the
Yeah.
whole.
Types of haunts. Residual.
Yep, that's one they stay in the same place. But she's playing peekaboo, so it's obviously intelligent.
That's what I was going to get to.
Yeah.
The first one's residual.
I meant to say intelligent, not sentient.
That's okay.
Fucking sentient being.
Residual is like they're replaying.
Your response was barking.
Yeah. They're replaying like a video loop. And then intelligent, like you're saying, is that they're actually intelligent and can free roam and communicate.
Jackie is clearly intelligent. She's playing peekaboo, so maybe
Yes.
she can wander around.
Now, maybe...
I felt like a girl right there. If you saw that in the video, I was fixing my hat, but it looked like I was fixing my hair.
There you go. Anyway, sorry to cut you off.
Don't.
I just wanted to get a little knowledge into folks.
I kind of threw it to you a little bit there.
All right.
So there are even EVPs and shadow figures that appear and disappear near the catwalks. So we're going to have to make sure we save these notes, mine and yours, so that when we go, we know where, what, and how to do stuff. We're going to get to it.
All right.
Hatch door number 13. Yeah. Like I said, I've looked and scoured, and I couldn't find too many facts of where, wow, how.
Where, wow.
Where, wow, and how. Hatch door 13 is. So my fact on hatch door 13 is it's a door. So there you go. It's a door.
Excited.
In 1966, during a routine drill, the crewman named John Petter, who was 18 at the time, reportedly he didn't tie anything, reportedly tried running through a watertight door before it closed. The door crushed him from collarbone to liver, but several of John's coworkers say that he was asking them if they knew where his spanner, which is apparently a wrench, was. They believe he was jumping through the watertight door in an attempt to recover his tool. What was that?
Spanner wrench is a thing.
I know it's a thing. I didn't know it was a wrench. I had to look like, what's a spanner? I don't fucking know.
I have like 4.
Okay.
Sorry.
I have one spanner. That thing you did last where you make a joke and then it didn't autofill. It didn't autofill. I just said I have a spanner. Now, there's also reports that say he was playing a game of chicken where someone would press the button to close the door, and John would jump through the closing door. It wasn't just John. I guess they were playing a game of chicken, like who can jump through it the last.
Just doing bits.
I'm going to say in this case, unfortunately,
won.
John lost.
No, he won.
Badly.
He won because he stayed the longest.
But he didn't make it through, so therefore he died. Or he lost and died.
It's true. If you do get hit by the car, I think you lose.
I think so. So during the 1967 conversion of the ship to a hotel, the watertight door was removed completely.
Okay.
I saw a note that said it was used in I think it was a movie.
Oh, really?
But I didn't really get into it because I'm not here to talk about fucking movies. Let's get to the nitty gritties of it. So before that happened, in 1966, supposedly a guard and his German Shepherd were patrolling. I was trying to plow through.
Sorry.
And his German Shepherd were patrolling one night near hatch door 13. Mm-hmm. It is said that the dog suddenly got spooked and wouldn't move any further. As the guard looked around to see why the dog was scared, he suddenly heard,
"Fuck, I'm stuck. Can you guys help?"
Hey, have you seen my wrench, though?
Sorry.
You're good. So he was looking around to see what scared the dog. He suddenly heard the sound, what sounded like metal rolling quickly towards them.
Yeah.
The noise got louder and louder and louder, and the guard ran for his life. There is also a more recent account from a tour guide that they claimed they saw a dark figure behind them as they left the area. Mm-hmm. They claimed to have been able to see the dark figure's face and later identified the figure as Petter from the photos. From old photos.
Folders.
Yep, he's in the folders. They kept pieces of him.
I love it.
They skinned his face and they put it in there. That's him. That's him. It's a little drier, but that's him.
I don't know why why when you I just was thinking in my head like he had like a folder company and it was, like the brand was his picture like
That's him.
better from the folders.
That son of a bitch. Oh God.
Stupid ass joke.
No, it wasn't. It was good. So apparently, when she was leaving there, she looked behind her and saw Johnny, old Johnny. There are stories of spirits thought to be John walking up to people and asking them if they've seen his misplaced wrench. Usually, he's dressed in blue coveralls. So that's
As was the fashion when you're a crewman. Yeah.
So his ghost is most often seen by people walking the alley before disappearing over where he died by Hatch 13. Door 13 has crushed and killed at least 2 men during the ship's history. I already said that, but we're going to say it again. And I'm going to do a quick little one. I just like this one.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I asked if you wanted to do it, and you said, nah, I'm good. So.
Sorry, I did a lot of history.
You sure did. This guy's name it cracks me up. So around the pool areas, I just realized I didn't read these notes after this was a last second ad. All right, around the pool areas, and in a room under the stairs, and in the boiler room, and in the hallways, there are accounts from passengers of. Sorry, I couldn't give a straight face. Passengers of strange. There are accounts from passengers, not of passengers, making strange sounds. Someone's making a fucking weird noise back there. What's going on? I'm here for accounts from passengers of strange sounds and snarls. Fuck me in the ass. I really should have read this first. So around the pool areas, I like the first way I did it.
Okay.
There are accounts from passengers of strange sounds and a snarling growl in guests' ears.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
A little bit of poo came out, as Jeremy Clarkson says.
Yeah. This has earned the entity the nickname Grumpy.
Oh.
The growling ghost.
That's
Not to be confused with Casper, the friendly ghost.
Oh, you. Oh, they're different.
Yeah, because one's grumpy and one's friendly.
Yeah.
And
It's a kid.
One whispers in your fucking ear. Nobody has ever been harmed when coming into contact with old Grumpy, but this crotchety presence is often accompanied with a smell of cigarette smoke.
Oh.
Now, the identity of Grumpy is unknown, but is he growling to scare people away because he doesn't like people? Or is it just a smoker's cough? Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Is it just a smoker's cough?
Yeah.
You be the judge. There are audio recordings.
Really?
Yeah, there are audio recordings of Grumpy the Growl. Grumpy the Growling. The Grumpy the Growling Ghost. There are audio recordings of Grumpy growling. I don't know if we're allowed to put it in video or audio form.
Well,
So what I'm going to tell people... Yeah, what I'm going to tell people is just look it up. Queen Mary... audio recordings of Grumpy growling. That's all.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
And once you find one, you can comment on there, the DTS cast, and that way they'll know you sent. We
sent you.
Where you came from.
Absolutely. Now,
Yes.
if you're looking for another level of haunted experience,
Oh, fuck that.
try staying in a room that is sure to leave you with an experience you will not soon forget. Lennon.
I wish I had like an organ to
away.
play. Like,
Wow, we're going to do Phantom of the Opera.
oh, fuck. Those cameras are bouncing and bouncing.
That's not me, bro.
That was me.
Oh, okay. It's your turn now. I did your transition. Let's go.
So. Hey, yo. Oh, God. Let's go. I'm choking. And what is believed to be one of the most haunted rooms and areas in the ship.
What is that?
Stateroom B340.
Ooh, tell me.
Tell ya. Stateroom B340 is a large room that is made up of the combination of 3 other smaller staterooms, which combined to make a stateroom. During the late 1980s, when the room was open at the hotel, It was actually... My fucking note.
What does it say?
During the late 1980s, when the room was open at the hotel, it was actually closed at the hotel.
Psych!
When the hotel was open, this room was closed because booking... closed to booking because guests would end up leaving in the middle of the night and nobody would ever stay the night all the way.
Babies.
Yeah.
Not really, but
Stateroom 340 is a room just like any other. You have a bed, wall decor, bathroom. Some claim to feel restricted and claustrophobic in the room, and the ship's captain, Everett Howard, has said that when he enters the room, he feels a sense of vertigo.
does he have vertigo any other time?
No, he said he has to leave the room before he gets sick.
So it's just that room? Yeah. Okay.
I think...
I was about to say, because if he walks in a different room and feels it, then maybe he just has fucking vertigo.
Well, another thing is I think that a ship's captain probably shouldn't be a captain if you got vertigo.
If you have vertigo, you're right.
Correct.
But if it's the actual entities in the room.
Also, how much is he sailing?
Oh, I mean, a lot. Seeing as the boat doesn't sail anywhere, it's literally
choppy
docked.
waters today, but I think we're going to be good. As it's running off of permanent utilities from the shore. So let's talk about the history of this room. No, not really. But what started this stuff?
Yes.
Legend goes that in the 60s, during one of the final transatlantic voyages before its final destination in Long Beach, a man went crazy and murdered 2 women on the ship.
Really?
Yeah, like brutally murdered them, supposedly.
Well,
this is just legend. The ghost...
Just legend.
Not the ghost. The guards took him down to one of the third-class staterooms and locked him up. Now, they think it was between this one to this one here. It was one of these 3. There's no confirmation.
Of course.
But all 3 of these were merged into stateroom B340. So it doesn't matter which one it was, because remember I said that room is a combination of 3?
Yeah.
It was one of those 3.
Okay.
So now it's that one room.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That room.
Exactly. So he was taken into one of these, and they locked him up in there until they could make it to shore, or to their, where they were going.
Gotcha.
A guard was posted outside, and at one point during the night, he began hearing the man screaming for help, screaming for that someone was in there trying to kill them, that they have to let him out, and he was going to die, and eventually screams of pain, which he just thought was screams. And the man eventually went silent, and the guard ignored this because he figured he just calmed down and went to sleep.
This kind of sounds like Alcatraz, that one story.
Yes. Now, to continue with that thought
yes,
that you're saying, when they arrived in New York City the next day, they were right there, they fetched the New York Police Department detectives. They opened the door, and what they found was horrific. When they opened the door, they found that the man was ripped to shreds.
Really?
His guts and limbs were strewn all over the room. Okay. Obviously something that he couldn't have done to himself. So he was just disemboweled and fucking limbs ripped apart.
The Wolverine in there.
They said it was fucking gruesome. And the guard was posted outside the door all night.
I did not know all that details. I just know he died of ways he could not have done himself.
Damn straight he couldn't have done that himself.
And I also didn't know he was the one that killed the 2 people. I thought it was just a guest staying there.
Yeah. No.
So I didn't know that either.
Yes.
Okay.
Third class.
The more you know.
Yeah. Is this room below water? Did you come in your notes and all?
So I think it's below water. Yeah.
Okay.
I think all the rooms were below water.
That's what I thought.
But I'm
as
not
well
100%
as it's got
sure.
a porthole. So how much are you going to fit? I'm thinking rationally here.
Yeah.
Someone snuck in there.
Yeah.
How are you going to fit through a porthole on the outside of a flat ship underwater? You know what I mean? So,
even if it wasn't underwater.
Either way. Exactly.
You got one of those things they clean windows on? You just go down?
Yeah. So I don't know how this happened to him. If this is legend, that's what they say.
No official records of it?
No official records of it.
Okay.
But there's also there's many variations on this story. This is the main accepted one.
Right.
They include I think you read a couple of some woman. It was a woman who had killed somebody, and she was locked up in there. There's that version of it.
I didn't.
There's a version where he killed his family.
Yeah, I've seen the version of him killing his family, his wife and daughter, and then himself, or something like that. But the one I did was the woman got killed in the women's changing room. She didn't do the killing.
Sorry. Yeah. I think even they lumped him in with that killing. But
he's just running rampant.
Yeah.
Then again, what if he did do all those killings and that's why they locked him up?
Right. What if it's the Shining thing? He was
Rad
possessed.
Rad Rom.
There are many variations on the story of even. No, I said that.
Mm-hmm. No.
I mean, I had another thought I was going to say about that, and then I lost my train of thought.
Maybe possession. Possession might be
possession. Yeah.
Position or possession?
A little bit of both.
Possession and position.
Oh, that's what it was. Imagine that fucking guard out there. If this is true, say take all this as truth.
Right.
Imagine that guard out there. He thought the dude fell asleep, and he just ignored this dude's cries of pain because he thought he was trying to escape. And fucking after he sees it, he's like, this dude just got brutally murdered behind me, probably like 5 feet behind my back.
Right.
Like, fuck, dude. Think about that.
Maybe he's the one that did it. Also in the story.
Hey, now.
Also in the story, it was not your story, but also something I saw was a person was locked in there, couldn't get out. Is that the same thing? Like he could not leave because they locked him in?
Yeah, they locked him in there.
Oh, because the way it read.
It was a makeshift prison.
The way it read, it was a guest that was locked in the room. But.
No, that's why they had a guard posted outside because they were locking him in there.
So I'm wondering if it's a different story.
Maybe.
Like the one I'm thinking of, the one you're talking about.
Well,
I thought
there's 150?
So I don't remember the
different
one.
Ghosts?
There's a lot of incidences too. So I think the story basically went, this was, so when you go to the hotel and you're going to stay in B340, they give you a sheet and it has a bunch of events that has happened. One of them that said a man, or I thought it said a guest was locked in the room and was found in the morning dead from causes that he could not inflict on himself.
Sounds like
so. If it's the same thing,
yeah,
you be the judge.
You do the research.
Well, we did. So
we did.
What else is this room
so that sounds about right.
Cruising everywhere.
To book a night in this room,
Yes.
you're gonna have to shell out some money, as we said, and make a reservation because there's a waiting list. $4.99 a night, I think, is what I just saw as of last night of recording people, because there's a waiting list.
Yes.
Don't know why I just randomly threw the second half of my sentence in.
What, of recording? No, it's in the future.
So, some occurrences that you'll experience in this room
Yes.
are...
I just whispered to you.
Yes.
Yes,
But
tell
you should
me.
say that because you get disembodied voices trying to converse with you.
EVPs.
Yeah, lots of them. You'll get knocks on your door at night. Come in. You'll have covers being taken off your bed while you're sleeping. Now, in one of those videos I've seen, whether it was, I don't know if it was Ghost Hunters or if it was that one I was telling you about. But either way, you could see the covers get fucking pulled off the bed.
Right.
It's wild shit.
I always love that because you can see where it's been grabbed
Yes,
and
it
pulled.
just goes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
I don't want it to happen to me, but if it does, it'll be on camera soon.
Yeah. You're going to have bathroom lights and faucets going on and off frequently.
Yep.
Now, let's talk about this real quick. You were just talking
Yes.
to me about the one video you had watched.
It's a video.
Bathroom lights.
I can't remember their name. I'm so sorry. I'll put it down below.
So sorry. I found you.
They did. This is their first time doing it. I think they did an investigation there 3 times. It's a YouTube channel, whatever.
YouTube.
They're a little immature, but it's okay. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
So they stayed in that room. There's 4 of them. I think it was 4 of them. So we're going to talk about the bathroom. They have a Bloody Mary, as I know you're going to mention. They have a Bloody Mary thing on the wall, and it
Might as well talk about it now.
Yeah,
They got a placard.
Yes.
For the directions on how to perform the Bloody Mary elementary school game that I said.
Yes.
Because this was what everybody did in my elementary school.
Right.
Right. So, Bloody Mary, go ahead.
They have. There's a picture here if you're watching a video.
Perfect time.
Basically, what happened is the first time they did it, nothing happened. Then later in the night, for some reason, they tried it again. One guy was filming behind the guy that was doing it. Something like you have to spin around 3 times, look in the mirror, say it 3 times. And after he said it, there was like this, in the mirror, you could see between the guy recording and him, like a face. Something was there. I don't think they saw it or felt it, but I can't remember exactly what happened. Later in the night, though, all of a sudden the faucet just turned on. And this faucet isn't just like you touch it and it turns on. No, you have to like turn it a bit to turn it on. So the water went. There was other stuff that happens that I'm going to let you discuss I kind of saw your note on the stuff. What's involved? What's comes with the room is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I couldn't think. Well, something that comes with the room was on the table. They heard a thud, and it was knocked off, and they didn't know until then.
Right. So another thing, one last thing that you'll probably experience in there. Not the final thing, but a final thing I'm going to mention. A dark figure will be seen looming over you at the foot of the bed.
Yep.
I'm going to chalk that one up to a fuck no. Yeah, fuck that.
There was also a report of, I saw that while a guy was sleeping, he woke up to see a dark figure. He woke up to see a dark figure sitting in a chair watching him sleep. And there's tapping, there's noises, there's flickering lights. Now the flickering lights, when they closed their dresser, it made the lamp flicker.
Okay.
And then it repeated doing that. So then that flicker obviously is disproved. And then the light that's on the wall flickered once or twice as well. Now, you being a
electrician, let me tell you, that's probably a loose connection.
Yeah.
Probably got some old wiring in them walls.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of wiring. I don't know what kind. It's probably old wiring in a loose connection. Because I can tell you, if you just wobble different things,
when it wiggles,
it'll make the connection and break a connection.
So for me, the light thing flickering, I've never really.
There's a chance of an explanation that has.
I try to throw it out.
Yes, me too.
But
me as well.
The dark person, kind of like my
smiling face
guy.
That did sound bad.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
The shadow figure.
The bathroom thing. The EVPs, the tapping they heard on the wall, just all these things that happen.
Yeah. Now let me tell you.
Those, if you can explain them, sure. I want to be there to investigate. Like, you hear tapping, let's go over to the area we heard tapping. Is there something there that they're planting in the flipping room to make the lure even more? I want to actually experience it.
I got a tool that all I got to do is wave it around. All I got to do is wave it. If I wave it by...
And scene.
If I wave it by electricity, it'll like beep and show me it's beeping. If I bring that, if we hear knocks on the wall, I'll fucking go wave it on the wall and see if there's wires running through right there.
But what if there's normal wires running through there?
Well, hopefully I can discern.
Okay, all right. That's what I was just trying to think of here. Like, there's wires in the wall back here.
Yeah, but I got the X-ray vision. I can see that.
All right, Superman. What else we got?
Well, real quick, when I saw the full-blown shadow figure when we went to our investigation.
Yes. A couple people saw that one.
That was damn near one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. I felt every hair on my body stand up. It scared the shit out of me. But, I mean, I didn't like, turn tail and run. Right. But I was like, holy fuck, am I seeing this? That one felt like kind of peaceful. It was just there. But let me tell you, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I see that standing in front of me, oh shit, I am out the door.
Well, what if you woke up one morning and instead of standing in front of you,
it's peeking over you,
peeking around the corner, staring at you, smiling?
Yeah, but you couldn't move.
I could move. That wasn't a sleep paralysis.
I think you were awake, bro.
That was a legitimate dream, I think.
Okay.
But if I'm awake, then somehow
I think you woke up.
Well, if I woke up, there's an issue. Because I've lost time. I can't remember.
Oh, our watch. Did you check your sleep pattern?
I didn't wear my watch. I didn't wear it.
Damn it. This guy.
I literally have nothing to... That's why I'm saying it has to be a dream.
I gotcha.
Has to be a dream because I have no evidence to the contrary. Gotcha. But even in the dream, it just felt extremely real.
Yeah.
And extremely creepy. And then after I sat up and tried to speak and couldn't... I don't remember, but I didn't wake up. I don't remember anything happening after that, but I didn't wake up.
Yeah.
That makes any sense to you.
Start wearing your watch. That's all I can tell you.
I normally do, but it was like at 20%.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get you a gift of what they have as a gift of staying in that room.
No. I know what you're going to say. No.
For $4.99 a night, you get treated to a box of goodies to amplify your night in this room. In the box, you'll receive tarot cards, a Ouija board, and a crystal ball. And in the bathroom, you get that placard, as we said.
Do they also have a black crystal? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah, in the video, there was all the things you just said, but they had like this black crystal that sat on the table.
Black crystal
Shut up!
Table.
All right.
The lounge room is said to have passengers a visit beyond the grave as well. The two cleaning ladies saw a guest sitting there. They called for security, and as soon as they did, he just faded.
Oh, I've heard. Okay.
Yeah. It's not nearly as glamorous as yours.
It isn't.
And the other one. We're kind of going down after that.
No, we'll leave with that. I think if you want to experience more ghosts, just I urge you to go stay there. Even in one of the regular rooms.
When they're
stay
reopened.
there.
Yes.
When they're reopened. Just stay there, check it out. Really give us a, like, if you have stayed there or in the future listening to this, do stay there. Please email us, leave comments. I want to hear about it. Really, go check it out if you're curious of this stuff.
Do it, because I stayed at a haunted hotel.
You did? Where?
I didn't stay there, but I went to a haunted hotel.
Okay.
And I just remembered this story.
Oh,
this has been a minute.
Whew.
Now, do we want to release this story right now, or do we want to do an episode on this haunted hotel? And I'll tell it then.
Let's do an episode on the haunted hotel, tell it then, and maybe we'll stay in that hotel, depending on where it is.
Right near this one. We could hit a 2-for-1.
Okay, we won't wait that long then. We'll do a whole thing on it. Got it.
Sweet.
All right.
I just forgot about that.
It's good. It's
I'm
a
sorry.
teaser.
I just remembered, and I had forgotten about that.
So you're teasing it. What is the hotel's name?
Hotel de Coronado.
I've never heard of it.
I think that's what it is.
I believe you. We'll do it.
Well, I want to double check to make sure I don't sound like a fucking idiot.
I didn't feel like an idiot.
So the hotel is called the
Yes.
Hotel del Coronado.
Del Coronado.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this hotel.
I went there. I had a weird experience.
We'll
We'll talk about it.
do it
talk about
recently.
it.
You
And
know what?
I
We
have
somehow
lots of
got away
people-
from a lot of paranormal stuff. So
I have a lot of people to back it up that saw what happened too.
yeah.
Pretty much everybody.
Okay. We're gonna do. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do it in the 40s. I can't give you an actual number because.
No. It just clicked at 40s.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
coming up.
Yeah, we're 36 right now.
Jesus. Well,
37 and 38 are will pass.
no.
How do you say that? Dietlovs? How do you say it?
Dietlov.
That's what I
I
said.
know.
Dietlovs pass.
No, locked in.
I thought that's why we did Patreon today.
No, it is. It is.
No,
Just saying.
a little
We've-
behind the scenes.
We've
Sorry,
had it
peeps.
locked in for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that have been locked in. That's like, hold up.
Hold
Can't do
up.
that right now.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways, that was your story.
Yeah.
You're sticking to it.
sticking to it.
So my final thoughts.
Uh-huh.
They're kind of questions.
Okay.
Just a little discussion here. Are there vortexes or small spots on the ship that emit spectral energy that connects us and our world to the spiritual world that has them crossing over?
That's pretty wild. That'd be crazy.
I
Maybe.
don't know. That's one thing. Or the tragic events that happen, trapping that negative energy in the actual hotel, causing the entities to get stuck there.
Mm-hmm. So one thing is they say is
Oh, you
that
can see my leg on camera.
what the hell's happening?
I was getting comfortable. I got a little too comfortable. My legs on camera.
Oh God.
Sorry. Nobody can see my leg.
One thing that they say is that water amplifies. I almost said sexual activity. Spiritual activity.
Spiritually and sexually, it's activated.
It amplifies spiritual activity.
Amplified, not activated.
Yes.
What was that? Oh, you hit the
I
thing.
didn't do that on purpose. It
Gotcha.
amplifies spiritual activity.
I thought you were getting spiritual. Bing.
Come in.
Interesting.
Yes. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned my theories on ghosts.
I'm not sure if you have or haven't. Briefly.
If I don't give him a shout out, he's gonna yell at me because
Give him a
this
shout
is
out.
his ideas.
Okay.
So my father,
Yes.
his I believe this because he had a good point on this. His thoughts.
Oh, okay.
And he thinks that maybe they're how old am I? 26.
Yeah.
So maybe like within the past 26 years.
God, you're 26.
Almost. You see, I thought I was 24 until I had to be convinced that I was gonna be 20. That I was 25.
I've been there before.
I didn't think that was actually ever gonna happen to me. Courtney had to tell me the other day.
I can't believe I'm 35.
God, we're old.
What the fudge? Anyways, go ahead.
Sir, sir, he thinks that there's a stain on history.
Stain on history?
Yeah, stain on history.
How so?
Well, so say there's like a tragic event that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Say time, it becomes like imagine a stain on time. That
Okay.
there it is. It's just they're replaying the events for
For residual. I like that thought.
or there's enough. What I think I've added to this, because I don't know where his ended and mine began with theories, but maybe there was enough just energy, whatever energy makes us up in our heads and stuff. There was enough energy put into a certain event or something or a certain person that energy had transferred out, and then it becomes that stain.
Right.
So I don't know. I think of ghosts that way because I don't really know what other rational explanation that I can come up with where I'm like, that's probably what a ghost is.
That's no.
You know,
no.
it's
a
some
good
kind
theory.
of something like that.
This one, as for the Mary, I almost said it. As for the Queen Mary Hotel, seems like all the hauntings are intelligent, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know
I don't know.
I have no theory on this.
I don't know.
But
maybe it's Bloody
if
Mary.
it's amplified by water, that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think amplified by water. Maybe they just can't leave my shoulder popped.
I heard that.
They can't leave the boat, or maybe they don't know how to. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my question: room B340.
Okay.
Does it have a demonic entity in there?
Sure, fucking sounds like it.
It really does sound like it. It's not just like a friendly, haha. It's like, or is it just a evil person that died, like the guy you were talking about that murdered people, and he's just being a jackass? Like seriously.
Well, something killed him.
True. So is there a demon in there?
How often do you hear about a person getting ripped apart and their guts ripped out by
Every day.
just a normal ghost?
Every day.
Well,
It was just the naked, the demon,
oh, the what?
the nacked, the demon, the guy I just made up.
Oh, okay.
THANAKED.
All right, the necked.
Thanact.
The necked.
Yeah. Or the naked.
All right, this is great. That's his new name.
I thought you would get it when I spelled it out.
The nacked.
Thanact. The naked.
That makes sense.
The naked.
All right.
Anyways,
That's his name, and we're sticking with it.
so now that we have our thoughts on that,
Yeah.
Queen Mary.
Queen Mary.
Let's fucking get there. Let's get there.
Let's get there.
Well, let's do it.
yeah. We're gonna go.
I can't wait to go. But obviously, that's not on our schedule. So maybe there's another hotel we can stay at somewhere. Or maybe we can contact...
He's getting real aggressive with the lipping.
I know, sorry, with the lipping. I
He's
sometimes...
like, or maybe. Sorry.
You're getting aggressive with the lipping. What I was trying to say is maybe the Conjuring House, which is one of the topics we talked about doing today.
I'm not fucking going there.
Oh, yes, you are.
What's wrong with you?
Yes, you are. Not staying there, just visiting.
We'll just drive by it. That's a nice house. All right, and gone.
You don't drive by. It's in the fucking woods, dude.
even fucking worse. No.
All right. Well, that just got shot down. No investigation there. We're just gonna do an episode.
We'll do it.
Let's baby step in. Let's go to just a normal haunted hotel first.
Okay.
That sound good?
That sounds good to me.
You got yourself a goddamn deal.
Yeah.
I need your hand. All right.
Well,
Lennon,
let's get the flock out of here.
let's do it.
It's been fun. Ladies and gentlemen and squatches. Thank you all for... I came in really hard there.
Yeah, he was done. Ladies and gentlemen, squatches.
Ladies, gentlemen, and squatches, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode. If you would like to reach out to us and let us know your thoughts or opinions, you can do so by finding us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. The links are in the show notes below. If you enjoy what we do here at Don't Touch My Sasquatch and would like to support us, you can join our Patreon to get bi-weekly bonus shows, discounts on merch, exclusive Patreon-only content, and lots more to come.
Check out the bonus show. How about?
Check out the bonus show, yes.
Never mentioned that in the last episode.
We did not, but there was a bonus show. Many of you saw it, read it, listened to it.
All the above. It's a preview. Go check it out.
It's a preview of it. You can hit the subscribe button for auto downloads to listen first thing every Monday morning and drop us a 5-star rating and a review. Mm-hmm. Reviews are cool. We like hearing what you think.
Yes, helps us improve.
Yes.
Shit, you were just going to say that.
It helps us to improve, but it also helps us to grow and bring us more content
that too.
To enjoy. Yes.
Okay, whew, I did add something.
You did. All of us love it. You can join us next Monday for our next incredible episode. You may rate us, review us, but remember to always stay curious, be vigilant, and don't touch my Sasquatch.
He's a little demonic today.
Well, peace! Depressing. See ya.
I forgot about that part, and I just had to make something up on the spot.
It's okay, I like that. I'm back as well.
I'm back on the ones and twos. Let's get this shit going. Let's get to the ghost, man. It's like Alcatraz right now. Oh my god! Oh, you're dying. We don't got time for this, Lennon. You cannot die. Well, let's go
over here, and he's like, "Let's go, come on!" Oh my god! Sure.
Patreon intro. You need to not have 2 blue buttons, Lennon.
No, I got to label these. On May 27th of 1936.
Sorry,
you're good. Do your thing. That a boy, get it out.
Holy shit! Time. I hit the table and they were just rocking. Time out. Battery low.
Okay.
Battery low.
That cord's right here, friendo.
Time out, please. 42.
42. There's no mouse there.
You keep doing that. Whoa!
God damn it, if I reach for that fucking invisible mouse one time.
Come on! Let's go! We gotta get there.
Zoinks!
When did Grandma come Uber from Germany? She joined an Uber.
When did she Uber over?
Bills run the east. Okay. I don't know why I'm rubbing my nipples.
So if I don't shout him out, he's gonna get.
Stop trying to call the demon or the spirits. Which way did he go, George?
That was my stomach.
Okay, let's get some fucking food.